Hmm?
Ini kan MPL kayak gini masa.
Tuh kayak gitu. Coba lihat. Ya. Bentar.
Hai.
Ada gak? Kembali, bukan yang itu, kembali.
Hah?
Kembali, bukan yang itu. Refresh. Nah, klik yang logo itu.
Udah. Tapi kamu mau cek dulu.
Matiin dulu ya. Nih lihat ya. Oke. Matiin dulu nanti kamu nonton.
Ya.
Nih lihat ya.
konser kau? Jangan lihat lama-lama, nanti matamu sakit. Bersoraklah, semakin keras suaramu, semakin terang nyala apinya. Please ban a hero. Please ban a hero. Your team is Please ban a hero. Your team is The enemy is picking. Please ban a hero. Please pick a hero.
Akulah Yin, dan aku takkan mudah dikalahkan.
Bagiku, kesenangan adalah segalanya. Your team is The enemy is picking. Please ban a hero. Please pick a hero.
Akulah Yin, dan aku takkan mudah dikalahkan.
Darah atau takdir?
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! Ultimate level juga!
Aku tidak akan pernah menyerah untuk bangsaku. Dengan setiap ayunan, kemenangan semakin dekat.
Request back. Okay. First blood.
Masa lalu adalah kekuatanku.
Lawan level 4.
Slain. Launch attack. Okay. Fell into
Labirin-labirin yang ada di negeriku jauh lebih menantang.
slain. Request backup.
Jangan uji kesabaranku atau amarahku.
Lawan sudah level 4.
Enemy has slain the enemy. Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Our turret has been destroyed.
Untuk darah Minoan yang mengalir di
Request backup. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. We're ahead in goal. Good game. We're ahead in goal. Unstable network.
masih ada saudara-saudara
Understood.
yang tersisa di luar sana.
Request backup.
Understood.
Okay. Killing spree.
Gather at the turtle.
Okay.
Kendalikan amarahmu dan jadikan itu kekuatan. Ada siapa
Mega
bersalah
kill!
pada mereka.
Instant kill! Good game! Well played! Mega kill!
Baru ini tidak terhentikan.
Your team destroyed a turret!
Hidup adalah suatu cobaan.
Stable network.
Untuk darah non yang mengalir di tubuhku.
Your team destroyed a turret! Ult is ready. Unstoppable! Outplay! Great play! Double kill! An enemy has been slain! Gather us the turtle! Request that! You destroyed a turret!
Jangan menguji kesabaran atau amarah.
An ally has slain the turtle! Request backup!
Labirin-labirin yang ada di negeriku jauh lebih mudah.
Instant kill! That was amazing! Monster kill! Instant kill! Your team destroyed great play! Legendary! Oh, that was amazing! Great play! Your team destroyed a turret! Legendary! Instant kill! Great play! Team destroyed a turret! Launch attack! Good game! Instant kill! Great play! Victory!
Every slip up out of bounds. Every time I found the ground. Been the best foot grinder, keeping my light lit up all around my vibes. They feel my blood is pumping. I keep the front line bustling.
Semoga nyanyianku bisa
Never let nobody else take the wheel. They be caught off guard, just knowing that head to toe, I remain still. I come from next level, but I'ma tell them something. Don't ever behave like you ain't seen me soaring up. Clouds up above my eye. They be when they see me back on top. Hold the I ain't here for playing no games. Fill up my plate, full of petite. Ain't gonna catch me saying no grace.
So hopefully that sickness that he called, oh, it's called a tifo.
This looks too good to be true. They got the Kacha, no, right? Like, that should have been something that EVOS had to choose for the Yi Sun Shin or the Gata in Red 3, but they get both. So the Alice Gata plus the Yi Sun Shin and the Ju Sin, this is looking ultra meta.
Yeah. And the Farsa, yeah, there you go. The Farsa is gonna get punished too from the potential AOG, and it's gonna be the Hilda for ONIC instead. Erlan, what are you gonna play for here? Is it gonna be the traditional marksman or a fighter?
Should be. I think it should be a fighter.
Lapu Lapu
Cho?
available.
All right.
Can he play the Cho?
Time to show us, Airline. What do you?
He has not picked it up. No.
What do you have? Aside from your Granger, aside from your CC, it's banned out.
Lapu Lapu, Bane.
Bane.
Lapu would be good, I think.
Against the Harith, Bane, technically, right? But Lapu Lapu is the safer option. If they want to go crazy, it's the Claude.
Ooh.
Good against the Harith.
The night sky tells all.
They go Esmeralda.
You know what? I'm kind of rocking with that.
Against the Harith, it's a proper lane. It's a counter matchup. All right.
Very aggressive compositions from both teams. Let's see how things open up as they throw it over to our casters.
Welcome to the International Derby. It is EVOS against ONIC in a battle for the ages. The fans are in the building, and we are to realize Goni to accompany you guys. What do you think about this matchup? Everyone's going wild.
Everyone is going wild, and for a good reason. Realize, remember, momentum is everything, and if EVOS gets game 1 with that sort of composition, that's gonna be big. But they are going up against the Sky Kings. Remember, folks, the winner here will advance to the upper bracket finals, where they will meet Alter Ego. Loser
Smash them.
faces up against the Red Robots Megatron in the lower brackets.
High stakes match. If you win this match, if you win, you are one game or one series away from M7. And if you lose, you're gonna face the big boys in the red robot suit. Megatron by Vitality. Not to the veterans, it is a timeless rivalry. Albert, Kyrie, they have been together for quite some time in ONIC, but Albert has been shifting to the marksman, role, and now he has center stage as the baby alien, the jungler for EVOS. And ONIC, I do agree with our panelists, they are playing a ballsy, I'd say, sort of composition where they give away a lot of things, and even Keyboy with the flicker, that's a resource spent from ONIC. Emblems by GamesMax. Nothing too particular, maybe only Esmeralda with the Festival of Blood to get extra sustain. They want to fight in mid.
Yeah, that's a big taunt. That's going to be Sans forced to use the flicker. Their Key is still holding on. Pops to revitalize, and now Keyboy, they know that they have no flicker. And Sway Low will secure that knockup, and Keyboy will be taken down by Key.
It's going to be the kill towards Key. So it could have gone worse for ONIC. Number one, it's only Keyboy who dies. And number two, the kill is going to go into Key's pocket. Play low.
Oh my goodness, that's a quick punish. That's a big compensation for ONIC. They took down the mid lane, the super sub yesterday.
It feels like it's a roundel hero with the juice in. But now Suelo has to play it. They outright banned away two of the strongest EVOS heroes yesterday. It was the Granger and the Lunox, the comfort picks, the go-to picks for both Adelan and Suelo. So now they have to compensate with the juice in, and even the Esmeralda in the hands of Adelan. Gonna go for a gank down bottom. Rendy has to be careful.
Just they want a spell here being thrown out by Rendy, but ONIC not enough kit just yet. The turtle is up here. And both teams are playing it slow. Both junglers looks to clear their respective camps first.
They were trying to blow a resource from Rendy, or from one of the laners of EVOS as well, because an objective is coming close. The turtle is also available. And ONIC, it seems like they have less prio compared to EVOS. Kyrie is here, and Ludwig is hiding in that bush. Dangerous grass. Might open up a flank angle for him. He gets spotted out, pops the Black Dragon form.
Yeah, that's going to be the Black Dragon form here, just to zone away. Yi Sun Shin is nowhere near, though. Take a look at the Yi Sun Shin! good mobility. The Yishinshin cuts the rotation off Skylar. That's going to be a kill, an important one from EVOS. Great read from Albert.
It makes you question, was it worth it for ONIC? They left Skylar all alone in a world of hurt, and Albert was able to take down his former teammate, the newly ascended player into the Sky Kings realm. Talent prediction by GoPay. Again, most of the talent prediction so far in the playoffs, Gani, has been unanimous. 3-0 for me, 3-0 for you, 3-1 for Eternite and Miracle.
For the
and
last
Jeffin.
match, though, I think it was 0% for all the talents.
Alter Ego was able to defy the odds and prove us all wrong. Maybe EVOS has something to say in this series. A bit of a statistic here for all the records. ONIC players with these heroes. So yeah, I think Lutpi is one of the most known players to pick up the Yuzong. 4 wins, 1 loss. EVOS though, 7 wins and 5 losses for Albert in the Yi Sun-shin. Now, come into a rather moving away from the laning phase. It seems like EVOS are always going to exert pressure again with the Gatot Kacha Alice. It seems like ONIC are giving them away, I'd say, a game plan on a silver platter, because we saw that yesterday. That Alice Gatot Kacha combo is so intense with the Thorn of the Ruin, and then you could just stack it up with the AOG, with a Mountain Shocker too. So there's a lot of controls coming in from EVOS. ONIC needs to find a counterplay for this because they are quite susceptible to it. I mean, sure, Skylar is a Harith after all. Sans and the Wings by Wings to kind of, you know, bob and weave away from the pressure. It seems like ONIC are now, to be honest, quite on a back foot with EVOS taking over all the kills, and now it will come down to the second objective.
Yeah, the setup here, EVOS is slowly controlling the mid bush, and Sans knows it. EVOS already 4 members is in the mid lane. With Harith clearing top, I think that's already like enough information that okay, let's go and go for the mid lane or the turtle lane. Pariyo. There you go, ONIC now commits with 5 members. Esmeralda is not far behind. Key and Lutpi facing off with each other. That's Keyboy though, jumping! Oh my goodness! The damage is there, but take a look at the burst damage from EVOS. Enough to burst Kyrie down almost. Shadow kill forcibly.
Headlock.
Gonna be Lutpi. Oh! 3-man immobilization. Albert finds the connection, and that will be Skylar to Rhino deal damage. Not enough just yet though, but EVOS, what a fight.
Call me a Granger merchant once more, I dare you. Erlan shouts at them. A perfect falling star moon. But man, that could have been even better for EVOS if they had the damage to follow that up. Thankfully though, they still get the turtle and a kill towards Lutpi. With a 1.1k gold lead, EVOS are the ones dictating this early game. And again, ONIC, what kind of setup are we going to ask from them? Lutpi, AOG!
AOG taunted, no BDF right now. They will be able to get the clear though, as Keyboy looks for an angle, doesn't really find the connection just yet. But man, what a call to fight right there. And again, the falling Star Moon lands, and Mount Shocker was there as well, and EVOS, they're slightly ahead.
That's the thing, Donnie. They have so much setup for the Mountain Shocker. It was the Alice ult earlier on, plus the AOG, and then you have a falling Star Moon on top of that. And this Esmeralda is having, I'd say a beautiful time against the Harith, especially on how Esmeralda, very good against shields, and yeah, so far, ONIC still puzzled on what they have to do. They have teamfight presence, yes, again, the Feather Airstrike, you have the Shadow Kill too, and Lutpi. Again, the punching bag with a Black Dragon form, so much options. But so far, it's EVOS who are relentless. Key is invading the territory, the jungle of ONIC. So you can, again, EVOS are making ONIC uncomfortable. This is what the teams have to do up against ONIC. You can't give them space and time to do whatever they want. You have to challenge them, and EVOS are doing just that.
So far, so good though for the White Tigers here, as they look to apply pressure now towards the top lane, especially with the neutral objective. But take a look at 3 members here in the bush. Keyboy will face check. That's gonna be taunt. AOG Kyrie will not be able to escape that one. Great connection. What a call again from the White Tigers.
And that sets them up for the third turtle. And their airstrike.
Oh no. Oh no. Lutpi will be taken down. They will defend their mid turret though, but that's a free lord for the White Tigers.
It's a free lord for them. Oh, Skylar. What is he doing?
Wow, what is this call? Skylar now jumping in! It's 1-for-1! Skylar v. Albert. Skylar now looking for an escape, doesn't find it as Erlan connects it. That's gonna be Kyrie jumping in! Sans collects the double, and take a look at Erlan, who will not be able to hold on pressure. That's a triple for Kila Sans.
The Crown Prince ascends to the skies and goes in all alone on a mission to save the Sky King. Suelo!
Finds the connection, but not enough damage to deal more. They will take Kai though, and that will delay the Lord take, so W Suelo.
W Suelo, indeed! That is a very good way to stall Onyx Lord. They took down Kyrie, rather Suelo set his eyes set on Kyrie and was able to at least now dissuade Onyx from taking this Lord because they don't have the Retribution plus EVOS are now completely spawned. So Keyboy, I think the angle that Onyx has is also to utilize Keyboy to look for angles in this dangerous grass. Our panel mentioned it, that this dangerous grass map kind of favors the Hilda too. You have map control somewhere in between. But again, the setup is just not as hard locking as what EVOS have. They use Zong with the Petrify and that's it. I mean, now ONIC, they have to bank on just protecting Mr. President, and that's protecting Skylar. Because Skylar, when it reaches to the late game, the Herald will be insane.
I mean, so far, I like the calls from the side of EVOS, right? I think most of the fight, I think they were able to have the advantage, and now with the Lord up here, Albert is level 14, Kyrie level 12. With the Feather Airstrike popped, I think EVOS now has an angle. Kai though jumps in, Suelo, Crimson Beacon towards the back. Quad Shadow is not available for Kai. That should be information for EVOS. What's their plan?
A bit too premature there from Sans. I think it was trying to open up the bush and maybe just dissuade EVOS members. Now they don't have the Feather Airstrike for this fight. It could be botched for them. The Lord.
That's gonna be the Lord. Focus now. Now that's gonna be Lutfi taken off the board as a distraction. Kai picks up the Lord. That's gonna be EVOS though looking for the collapse. EVOS looks for an angle. San still with the wings by wings looking for good positioning. EVOS take 2 members, but they lose out on the Lord as they look to collapse towards the mid turret. Skylar is there to provide the clear. Will find the clear for now. And EVOS now, what's their play? Seems like they will focus on towards the bottom side of the map.
At least that's the kill towards Lutfi and Keyboy. Could have been worse. Could have been Kyrie. Could have been Skylar. But this Herald is safe. As of now, quite safe as well. If EVOS look for a dive angle through Rendy, maybe even Erlan jumping into the back, but I don't think it's wise enough to do just that. Now the Lord, though, secured by Onyx, so it's still a slight win for them. Holy Crystal for Skylar. This Herald is going to hurt. So they have something, or rather they have to do something, EVOS, to address this Herald. Again, it has to be the Esmeralda keeping that Herald at bay. But if it spirals out of control, then the Herald is just unstoppable then. Lord up top will be cleared by Albert. So far, again, EVOS looking for angles to pressure ONIC. Look at how ONIC respond. They go down bottom, they clear that wave and possibly make it crash to the bottom side structure. It's how they're able to pick up scraps and just get trades all across the map. Everyone will answer, so ONIC sticking S5 ain't even not the best answer too, right? Yeah. AOG, not a Shocker, and then you have an Alice, so it's hard for ONIC at least, but there are the gods of the game for a reason.
That's gonna be the taunt. Black Dragon form committed. Oh, Revitalized King will not be able to survive that. 1 5v4 now. Take a look at the back. Lutfi trying to hold off 2 members now with the reposition. Keyboy and Skylar. Take a look at the mid lane. Randy is quite vulnerable, but ONIC now says hello towards the mid lane. They will find the structure, but man, EVOS a little bit too late there on the disengage.
Finally, they barge into that mid lane. It was long overdue. Getting that structure. The first ever in the mid lane. So at least that's something very, very valuable for ONIC. Now they have access into the river too, deeper inside of that. Oh, mounted shocker pops. Hans just recalls in front of that. He doesn't give a damn, man. He's the GOAT in the mid lane. So, yeah. Up top, they have a wave. Crash into the turret. No EVOS though. It seems like all their initiations has been very, very good. Their decision making as well, very mature. But now they need a huge set. Either from Rendy, and then he can layer that down, like I've mentioned before. But ONIC, seems like they're aware of that situation, plus the fact that they're pretty safe, to be honest. Like with Hayabusa, and then you have the Harith too. EVOS, it's time to fight for the Lord. ONIC is close by, but Kyrie is down bottom. Does EVOS have this information?
I think they're baiting it out, right? They're teasing with the Lord, and now the bottom side is actually good for ONIC, so...
Yeah, slow push.
Now with Keyboy sent to scout, holding off that bush, that should be enough to gather some information. Skylar, not shown yet on the map here, if you're on EVOS' perspective. There you go, finally Skylar shows, so...
Wait.
Now with Skylar showing, what's gonna happen here? Eastern Chin is still in the bottom side of the map.
Yep.
Eastern Chin shows what's the call here for ONIC?
They have to address the side lanes. It's pushing for ONIC. And now they can start the Lord because the Eastern Chin is so far back. Lutfi hasn't shown himself yet. He has the Black Dragon form ready. This might be the fight where ONIC really, really needs to win. Because this is where they might just turn things around. I mean, the gold lead is swinging in their favor.
Yeah.
They're just teasing it. It's just a dance.
Yeah.
And no one is committing. And now, obviously ONIC, the pressure that they have, EVOS are invited to take this part.
Albert hasn't shown now. I mean, now they know where Albert is. A minute ago, they're not sure. That's why they let go of the Lord. That's the Black Dragon form popped. Now Rendy in the mid, around the Lord as well. That's going to be, oh, great zone. Albert was nowhere near the Lord, but Lutfi and Keyboy is trying to hold off. Keyboy first one to fall alongside Rendy. 1-for-1, but Lutfi holding 3 members. So long! Kai finds the connection, and Albert will be shut down by Lutfi. And Lutfi was the difference maker in that play. As EVOS, they will lose out on 3.
My goodness, the Sky Kings again and again. What are mere mortals to them? They win that fight, get the Lord, get out. It seems like EVOS were about to win that because Keyboy was solo, they had no front line. And the Esmeralda plus Rendy as the Alice was able to pull back a few of the members backside. Do they want to go for the kill?
Not just yet there. That quad shadow doesn't land. Now with this Lord, I think ONIC will have more grounds to cover here. Let's see though, with the item check. Oh, full items for Skylar.
Yeah.
That's alarming for EVOS.
Even with the CE extra. Safety too. Kyrie though, quite slow in terms of the farming patterns. Or rather, the farming pace. I mean, yeah, Albert has been able to get 8 kills, so that is self-explanatory, but I think he's gonna go for the live item as well. Now though, the Lord's gonna march down bottom. They have a wave pushing up top. It's pretty good for ONIC. Do they want to crash into the mid lane turret? Because as of now, no one's touching the top side. It's gonna be a slow push for ONIC into that last inner turret.
Yeah.
Black Dragon form.
They want the far lane. The Lord will charge. Black Dragon form to zone. Shaman Force spot for their airstrike. Took a look at the AoE from the side of ONIC. It will be enough to take 2 base turrets down. And ONIC will be happy. Their call is, yeah, let's not fight. Let's just take the turrets.
Take it slow. And that was why they left the top side turret, or the top side wave to just push on by itself. Because as they were taking down the mid and the bottom side, at top side just crumbled as the minions came pushing in. So EVOS now are in the back, but look at that gold difference. 5.2k. It was 2.4k for EVOS a few minutes ago. 4 minutes ago, and now EVOS need to make something happen. They need a big set again. They need Rendy to again be the difference maker because he was the one who sealed their victory yesterday against Dewa in that reverse sweep. With the Alice as well. It's a strong pick for most of the EVOS players. Sans and Lutpi, they are relentless, unflinching in the grass.
They are turtling right now as they are behind in gold. 18 minutes though, so soon the gold won't be relevant, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Say the 23rd minute mark. Let's see if EVOS is able to hold on that long though, because in 30 seconds, ONIC will focus down the Lord. What's the call for EVOS?
Endless battle for Kyrie. Extra damage. True damage as well. He needs to cut down through Erlan and through Rendy. Very tanky too. He is also there. Look at Sans. He's a Farsa. He can do it. Whatever he wants. Has the wings by wings to reposition. He opens up the map as well for ONIC. Confirming a few members are down in the bottom side jungle. Lord spawns. And it is going to be an Evolve Lord, seems like. As Rendy is close by. Again, fishing for that angle. Key boy on the grass. He might catch Sway low, but Sway low has the lantern. Rendy is chunked down to half HP, but he can heal.
Oh, take a look at the mid lane. Skylar in trouble, but take a look at the peel. On it now. They want for an angle. Farsa, wings by wings there just to bluff. And at least Albert is able to keep the distance. That's going to be info though. No, Yisun Shin. Oh no, that's the winner crown pops. Rendy now in the back. That's going to be Swaylo repositioning Black Dragon for the Petrify. Will lock Swaylo down. That's a pierce dive. That's going to be 2 members off the board. Rendy out. Erlan will not be able to be taken down just yet as Albert is clearing their main base. 2 members off the board. That's green light for ONIC to take the Lord.
The minion was also pushing in the mid lane, and this Lord is
to take the Lord.
The minion was also pushing in the mid lane, and this Lord is free for ONIC to take. Everything is theirs. And even Keyboy and Sans are contemplating on possibly going for another assassination, but that was perfect. Look at Sans!
They're looking for the end. Last base turret taken down. Feather airstrike deployed. Key now receiving a lot of hits. Key taken down. Just 2 members now defending. Swaylo will be up in 5. Erlan trying to hold on. But the immortality, will it be enough as Erlan will be taken down by Skylar. Now take a look at the base as ONIC in the International Derby will claim and secure Game 1.
A beautiful comeback from what was a very promising early game from EVOS. For a moment we thought they might be the ones to take down the Sky Kings. For a moment we thought they might shake this building off. But ONIC again proving that they are the Sky Kings. That they are on a quest.
That's such a privilege, man.
It is a ridiculous privilege, and it's the privilege that Coach Adi, CW, and Coach Greed have to play with.
Eterna can relate to that.
Oh yeah, and Wolf.
Yeah.
Again with this.
So what's gonna be the plan here for EVOS? I mean, it worked out. He actually played a good game in the early to mid game. Late game, I guess it's still pretty decent. He got baited a couple of times, but it has to be Kacha, right? You don't want to give out that Gato towards ONIC.
How prior was the YSS for Albert?
At this point, without the Yuzhong too, why not?
Among the planes exists.
No, not even.
Oh, okay, so they go for a very, very different approach. They go for the Eve. Interesting. And the box.
I mean, it's a comfort pick for Swaylo, right? Swaylo loved the Eve back when he was in Rebellion as well.
Yeah,
that's true.
So they will ban out Sans, and that's why, by the way, last game I wanted the Farsa to be banned over the Eve. They banned out Eve instead of the Farsa. I think you can deal with the Eve when Sans can't move like that, you know? But when he can move like that, he's gonna use it to not only deal damage to you in the game, but also mentally.
And also, I think Sans has kind of a beef with Eve too.
Yeah. Hey, he lost the M5 World Championship thinking Eve in Game 7.
By the way, why the Franco ban?
Just the initial combo with the Baksha. Because that's an automatic pickoff.
Yep.
It's so cheesy and you have to ban it, like it or not. And finally, we see Baksha Prio, right? But the thing is, ONIC, it seems like they're not playing with the comps that they have in the first phase. They don't feel like they're playing against a Baksha. They just completely ignore that. So maybe we have a mid laner that can punish that? I don't think so.
Yeah. I think they're... Oh, they banned a Helker. That's pretty good.
By the way, Kimmy is open.
Against the Baksha, usually you don't want to ban the Kimmy. It would be strange if they do. Because I think out of all the mid laners right now, they should be a bit happier going up against Kimmy than the others, right? I would much rather have the Farsa banned out still.
For me, if I were EVOS, I would just ban out another roamer or maybe like other heroes that dive towards Suelo, because that's been the problem, right? Suelo getting picked up quite a bit of times.
Brock is banned. Hilda is banned.
Kalea.
Okay, yeah.
Lead.
I like the Farsa ban. Really like the Farsa ban. ONIC can still go Kalea, yes, but the Gato Kacha is still up for grab. But again, by the way, ONIC have not cared about the Gato Alice combo and now the CC Gato combo. Like they're saying to Key, go for it, dude.
Do you want to bring back the Cho?
Oh, they go Juice in first. I can't believe that was open all the way, but looking at the matchup and how the E was priored early, it makes sense. Now let's see if Sans can win in this matchup, because so far Hijume has been showing levels to every Juice in.
Claude?
For?
Erlan.
For EVOS.
Claude is actually not bad against the Harith, against the Lapu Lapu, but the Juicins.
Oh, do you want to Esmeralda again?
Whoa, Baksha roam. So it should be with this CC goal, and then they go XP lane.
If they want to be honest, super honest front to back, Esmeralda would be good.
Wait, actually, Esme is ridiculous. I love the Esmeralda against Lapu Lapu too.
Again for Erlan or
no, for XP.
PC goals?
Oh,
Alice.
okay, they are just gonna pick Rendy, the Alice 24/7.
Oh man.
Now I'm not a fan of the Baksha.
I guess against a Jushin, it's a bit easier to punish. And you don't really have that initial combo with the Baksha, right? Normally you want to have some kind of burst damage to pair off with a sealed Unity, but you don't have that here. Coach Ari, do you want to go for comfort again? Bring back the Cho, please.
Do you really want to go Cho against this?
Yes, I don't care. You said comfort over meta.
But not like that, you know? Like, they still need some solid fundamentals. Yes, comfort over meta, but it's not just like, oh, let's go Cho, and then Ling, and then Petrix. No, they go Khalid.
I think this is the same case. I like EVOS' draft better.
I agree. It's if you close out the names, EVOS have won twice in the draft, but you see the names and you're like, dang, it's ONIC.
So EVOS with the better draft again for game number 2 as we're inching closer and closer to match point. Can ONIC get it done? Casters, take us to game number 2.
It is game 2 of ONIC against EVOS still in the International Derby. ONIC showing levels to this game, but it feels like the drafts has always been won by EVOS, and I feel like our panelists share the same feeling.
Let's see. It's going to be round 2 between ONIC and EVOS. International Derby. Lana Dawn. Will ONIC double their lead right here? Or perhaps you might see EVOS equalize in this best of 5.
So we saw EVOS pick up the Baksha, and we thought it was going to go jungle, right? A lot of control, obviously, with the Baksha. Quick rotations as well. But it ends up being a roam Baksha. Still comfort for Albert with the Yisun Shin. And then Rendy. An Alice Merchant, or rather, spamming the Alice 24/7. Feels like, again, comfortability is number 1. Emblems by Games Max. Gusset Blast for the Baksha. Shirley, rotational plays, helping clear the wave too. And going for agility there for the Juicen in the hands of Sans. We saw a few Juicens today. Go for the pull yourself together, but I feel like Sans also needs to match up Key's movements around the map. But the mid prior the Gani, I feel like with the Khalid and the Juicen, it's kind of, you know, it kind of favors ONIC quite a bit, but, you know, EVOS, they have rounded themselves up with a very solid draft, especially now. CC down bottom and the Yve as well, very strong picks for both players. Well, Randy, he is kept company here. He's just gonna bully Litpi back as the Alice pretty strong at this stage of the game. Albert has level 4, so he might have access to the Mountain Shocker. Vision could be opened, especially with the box here. So the vision game from EVOS is actually very, very strong. And even Key is posing up top, or rather down bottom, in this bush.
Very natural rotation so far here from both teams, I gotta say. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary though. Key has to spend his regen. Now, Keyboy looking for a move in the bottom side. That's gonna be the flicker against Bent. Now with ONIC though, clearing the turtle, that's just gonna be a clean neutral objective take for ONIC. That's gonna be the Lapu Lapu though. Uh-oh, jumping. The box will be popped. That's going to be Litpi flickering out. Randy jumping in. Keyboy no flicker will be the first one to fall in this game. Will EVOS collect more? It seems like the sidestep from Litpi will be enough. And that's a turtle for a kill.
We all thought it was going to be worth it for ONIC to trade Keyboy's flicker with the turtle, but the EVOS, they collapse on towards Keyboy. And even Litpi was also ready with the Bravest Fighter as well, so it was supposed to be worth it for ONIC, but now, you know, the kill goes on to Randy, so whatever. And ONIC, I would still want to pressure even more towards the jungle of EVOS. So we're going to take that green camp for Kyrie. And speaking of Kyrie, in that Hayabusa game in Game 1, we expected him to farm fast because the Hayabusa, obviously, good clear, fast farming patterns too. With the Quad Shadow, he can move around, but he was constantly pressured by the Gatot Kacha and the Alice. A lot of pressure exerted towards him. So he wasn't really able to shine as much as you would like him to be. But at least in this game, you know, there isn't really the pressure of that Gatot Kacha in the hands of Key. But the Baxia might still do the same thing. Look at him just counter jungling with Keyboy by his side. The Khalid now kind of acts almost like the Hilda, but it is just much more oppressive with the CC that it has and the sustainability too. Almost like a Hilda, I'd say. And honest prediction by Gope, 69% for ONIC.
Wow, that's the big one. Second neutral objective take here. With a setup like this, Albert level 6, Kai level 7. Albert is slightly behind here, but ONIC should not be gun-shy here and triggering, pulling the trigger for that turtle.
Skylar's just gonna farm 6 levels for both gold laners. The objective spawns, and now EVOS, they kind of want to fight this as well because they have so much control again with the Eve, with the box, the RWM, plus that Mountain Shocker. Good space to zone out the players of ONIC. They have to be wary on where they will step. Litpi, though, will have the chance to dive into the back. However, it's a CC, right? So you have to be careful. Randy is pushing Skylar back.
Wow, beautiful farming pattern. Kyrie's now level 8.
Suelo.
That's going to be Suelo going back with the Mount Shocker, though. Albert trying to do something. Keyboy has a 3-man raging stun, so no follow-up, though. Litpi flickering back. That's going to be Litpi very low. Still able to get out, but Randy now will reposition in the back. That's going to be Shadow Kill distributed to 4 members. And Albert finds the kill on towards Kai. That's going to be Albert taking the Lord. EVOS striking back here in the second turtle. Take a look in the mid lane. He isolated, will be taken down. Litpi has the final laugh. But man, oh man, what a long fight.
Well, I'm quite baffled as how Kyrie was picked off right there. Did he quad shadow back to a shadow? Did he just misstep? I can't quite conclude that. We'll have to get a replay for that. But yeah, Kyrie falling right there just made it even worth it for EVOS. But look at the gold lead still swinging in the hands of ONIC. 600k, rather 600, excuse me, 600k is a lot. But yeah, Kyrie, we're gonna farm fast. It feels like it's the same story again with the Hayabusa in hands of Kyrie. Albert gets a lot of prio with the Yi Sun Shin. And he farms very, very fast. His teammate is always behind him. And Kyrie with the Hayabusa. Gonna need more avenues to go in. Suelo.
Suelo will not survive that one. Shadow kill this time around will be enough to take him down. Take a look at Sans! With the flicker, he's able to find the outplay. Gila, Sans with Keyboy trying to hold on. Will not be able to. And now looking for the counter play. That's going to be a knockup from Sans, but not enough to take this Boxia down.
This Boxia is tanky, man. Very, very tanky. That was a trade towards Keyboy. Only a single kill towards Suelo, which I think is quite worth it as well for ONIC. Now glowing one secured. So again, that extra bit of anti-heal for EVOS. The Chusen has it as well. Now, Lapu. And that's of Lutpi. I think it'll be the catalyst for most of the fights that's going to happen for ONIC. Again, having to dive. Because the Yve, when it opens up the box, the RWM, he is quite vulnerable. And then you have the Khalid who can dive in. And then you can have Lutpi. It's the Lapu to just jump into the back. And with all CC immune, I think he wouldn't really care about the RWM, right? But still, he has to be careful. Turtle spawns now, and ONIC is where they will try to get this back. But Randy, look at him, just screening away ONIC.
Wow, that's a great move from EVOS. Now Lutpi looking for a flank. That's going to be Lutpi stunning Albert down under the turtle tie. Bison take the turtle down. Now let's see the fight. Sans with the Crimson Beacon key very low. Should be taken down here. That's going to be one member of ONIC. Lutpi taken down. Now Erlon trying to hold on with the Vengeance, not able to as Kyrie finds the connection to take the double.
Oh! What?
Comes back in. Randy though, still composed and will get out of that situation.
How did he get there? The Hayabusa suddenly pops out of nowhere. Laura accurate Kakashi just spawning out of nowhere. But that was right on time, and Kyrie was able to get a lot of value from that replay by Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. This was initially a good fight because Lapu or Lutpi was able to stun Albert and render him immobile. But look at that shadow kill, plus on top of the Zaman Force, Skylar was able to deal the damage. And why did I say it was so worth it? Because the Sky Piercer arrived on time for that fight for Kyrie. He's now on 20 stacks, I believe. 20 or 30 stacks will have to get confirmation, but as of now, ONIC, they're not stopping down the tempo.
For Sans spot here, Key knocked up, Real Worm Motivation committed. That's going to be Key going down first. Two members off here. That's going to be Randy taken down as well. Now it's not a fair fight, but Skylar will be the trade. It's a 5v4 now. As ONIC, they have something left in their tanks. Finds Erlon, Suelo isolated, and will be taken down. 4 members of EVOS are down and dead, as ONIC will take more of the space.
We're talking about Kyrie playing Hayabusa in this series with a lot of constraints. He wasn't able to farm properly. He wasn't able to outclass Albert, at least in game number 1. Game number 2, he's now steamrolling. That's 40 stacks on the Sky Piercer, and more will come. And that is very good against the strong lineup from EVOS. Keyboy has to run.
No flicker. That should be a free kill. They can't stop that, but take a look at the Lord. It's Prio to buy ONIC. The distraction, but ONIC, they're being patient here. EVOS might take the... They reclaim the river. With the 5v4 now. That's a stun kite! Caught! That's going to be the Lord free. Take a look at the mid lane. Lutpi isn't able to find the connection. 2 members off the board earlier for ONIC and EVOS. They will take it.
That is so strange. ONIC, they are not familiar with making mistakes, but I think that was a bit of a slip-off coming in from them.
Yeah.
Kyrie, I think it shifted back to that Cloud Shadow, but it was on top of an Alice ult. He was immobilized. He couldn't move anywhere, and that was also the Lord on half HP. So when EVOS were able to clear that front line and get a few members of ONIC, they went onto the Lord, and that was as easy as ABC. Easiest Lord for EVOS. It's gonna spawn up top. ONIC, how will they respond to this? And Kyrie, he loses a stack of that Sky Piercer, but it's all gonna be okay. But not okay for ONIC because EVOS, they have Prio in all 2 lanes. I mean, look at the CC down bottom just farming. Game fact by Gope with 8 assists in game 2. Keyboy officially becomes the player with the most assists in MPL ID since 16. rather than MPL ID. It seems like we'll have to take a look at that again, but as of now, ONIC, wow, they have to hold EVOS's roar.
Yeah, that's gonna be the mid structure falling. Keyboy, oh, stunned up, taken down! You gotta be careful, Keyboy! That's gonna be ONIC now, 5v4, they commit the fight with the Salmon Force. No, Key receiving a lot of damage, will survive! Tyler will be the one to fall as the EVOS, they will roar this time. Take a look at the gold depth now. It is heavily for the White Tigers.
My God, EVOS challenging the Sky Kings. Their fangs are sharp, ready to bite back. They roar to life. With that single blunder in the Lord Pit, they translate it into even more. This is a snowball now coming in from EVOS. And ONIC are a bit in pandemonium, upheaval, and chaos. Taking down all the core members of ONIC and EVOS now. They will sit comfortably with this 3.2k gold lead. Where do they go from here now? Because EVOS, again, so much control. Rendy, top of that, is going to be very careful. Sans has to pop the ultimate.
Great reaction to pop that Crimson Beacon, but that's it as well for EVOS. 40 seconds on the clock here for the next Lord to spawn, and EVOS, all they gotta do to equalize and get this game is stay composed. If we check at the items, take a look at the items, right? BOD on its way for Albert.
Yeah.
ONIC, they got to stay disciplined.
He wants maximum damage. Even the Boxer going for the Twilight Armor. Physical damage reduction. Or rather, physical defense, excuse me. And Divine Glaive for Sway Low Kyrie. Gotta be careful, man.
Trying to beat out the Watch Shadow here.
The backup's coming.
The backup is definitely coming. Watch Shadow popped. Now with the jukes, Kai made it out. ONIC looks for a counterplay as the Lord is now up in the bottom side of the map, and both teams will disengage to shift their focus towards that part of the map.
And Kyrie has to reset here. He was taken down quite low. He's gonna go back. He's not gonna clear the top side wave though. They're gonna fight in the mid lane, however, that's just a little bit of a skirmish. And EVOS, they call dibs on this Lord.
Will they blitz this or will they play it patient? Now that they have the far lane, the Lord will be resetted surely, right? But Lutpi denied the reset. Real world relation pop Lutpi. Oh my goodness, the Lord is now committed and will be taken down by Albert. They got Lutpi, they got Kai, and they got Keyboy, and they got the Lord.
The heavens break into two, the skies come falling down as the White Tigers roar to life. ONIC on the back foot, backs against the wall. EVOS looking for the equalizer. The crystal is exposed, and the minion is coming.
They want to end now. They don't want to wait for the Lord. They do have enough firepower to do it. My goodness, EVOS. They strike back and make the series into a 1-1.
EVOS, with their grit and their efforts, are able to defy the laws of the skies. The Sky Kings left speechless in game 2. It was all set up for them, for ONIC to succeed in that game. Kyrie was steamrolling with that Sky Piercer. He was going in, destroying each and every EVOS member. But I think that was the blunder in the Lord.
Keyboy taken down.
Keyboy taken down. They looked...
And they hesitated.
They hesitated. They looked desynchronized.
Yeah.
Not on the same page. You gotta ask these questions because ONIC is a team known to be in the same page. On the same page, excuse me. And a few mistakes leading to another mounts up to become EVOS a success. Beautiful game 2, recovering from a horrendous early to mid game. And is this where it gets real? Is this going to be the momentum shift for EVOS, capitalizing on this win? And even in the regular season, in the international derbies, you could see EVOS picking up game wins, right, against ONIC, and this seems to be the same case in the playoffs. And they knew they had to go in for the biggest prize in the Land of Dawn, and that was the crystal. That was the end. Man, Albert though, with the Yi Sun Shin.
Wow.
Moving mad. ONIC, they need to reset.
Yeah.
And EVOS, this is their time to pounce back. Panelists, what do you think?
ONIC have learned the hard way that their run here in the upper brackets is not going to be as easy as EVOS strike back. The White Tigers strike back for game number 2 to equalize the series. Unpack this for us, boys.
I mean, we said the better draft was on EVOS, dude. Like, they had the better draft. ONIC just needed to play better, and they did up until that Lord. One mistake. I mean, throughout the game, you could already see how much easier it was to execute for EVOS. It was just that, again, ONIC were just so much better at picking up those small little, mistakes, punishing them, and then getting the lead. But you make one mistake, Kyrie gets shut down, and it just instantly changes everything. It makes the easier to execute composition, bang, a click happens, and then even the comfort for Erlan. He was on Esmeralda. It's a fighter, it's meta, it's a comfort. We've never seen it on him. CC, on the other hand, something we also expected in game number 1, but it was banned out, unfortunately, comes out, and you can see how much more comfortable, how much braver he is in this game.
I think one of the points that ONIC trying to emphasize in that draft earlier is the mid trio, right?
Yep.
The Khalid, the Jushin that does not lose at all in the mid. And also the fact that in the opposing side, it's a Baxia and also a Eve. That's just a playing ground for Kyrie. And it was, But when you get to the big fights, when you get to the 5v5, it becomes a whole new playing field. And shout out to Albert, always performing his best performance for EVOS. No matter how bad the team is playing, he's always there, man.
And that's why he deserves the player of the game, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Even in game number 1, despite them losing it, he was still able to keep things toe-to-toe. Very, very clean, very close as well. And in game number 2, because of that space that was given, he only died once, by the way.
Yeah.
617 on the YSS.
He's always really good. Again, this is why I think something that Albert has in his arsenal that Kyrie doesn't this season is the fact that Albert is just as good on utility as he is on assassins. His retribution is always on point when he's on those Fredrins, Bakshas, and on the Yi Sun Shin, obviously you get this performance. So it made ONIC think of the Baksha as a utility jungle. They let their guard down, and that's why the Yi Sun Shin came in and it kind of shocked them, right? Like, they weren't expecting the Yi Sun Shin to come through here. They weren't expecting this from EVOS. And it was also kind of like, I think, a little bit of rustiness on Key's side on the Baksha. A couple of times he was just like playing like a normal roamer, not really just the body up front. And that's why Suelo died a few times early.
I mean, to be fair, Suelo didn't really play that.
Yeah,
good of a game either, man. A lot of questionable RWMs. This is one of them, man.
Yeah.
Like, still though, it is, at the end of the day, a winning matchup for Suelo towards the Jushin. It's a winning matchup for Erlan against the Harris. It's a winning matchup too,
for Alice.
To be honest, for Alice.
Yeah.
So they drafted 3 losing lanes against EVOS. I think it's kind of a disrespect. Also, a belief towards the player. It's a mix of both. But EVOS, ONIC cannot do this again. You have to put some more respect towards these players, especially Albert.
Absolutely, and you think they'd learn this pattern from the regular season? I think Realize mentioned it as well, that they lost a few games here and there against EVOS. But this really is a wake-up call, not just for the players, but also for the coaching staff as they're drafting from game 1 and game 2 into game 3.
Yeah, I think more so than the players though, because it does seem like the plan is all of them thinking about it together. Again, when we talk about ONIC in the draft as well, it's not just the pure coaching staff decision now. I think the players have a lot of say as well as to what gets picked, and then the coach is like, all right, if you are really confident playing this, let's go for it. Because the proper amounts of respect has been given. It's not like they're giving away the Lunox, the Rangers away in the draft. Well, not yet at least, right? They have proper respect. Yes, the picks look disrespectful, but it is the comfort that got them the win in game number 1. So it was just the players losing track of what made them so successful in game 1, what made them so successful in the early game of this game, and that throw happened. Khalid walked up, way too aggressive bottom lane, Kai got shut down, Lord gets taken, everything swung back.
Yeah.
And it just pushes our agenda of saying, yeah, EVOS have had the better drafts from game 1, game 2, especially here in game 2. Only thing we didn't like was the Baksha, and hey, good itemization. The Twilight Armor, once he got that, unkillable.
Yeah, literally. I mean, Skylar has a lot of burden on his back in this game. He's the only sole, I guess, like consistent damage dealer.
Yeah.
And you can't really solve all these problems, all of these frontliners at the same time.
Exactly.
You have Alice, you have CC with Baksha in front of you. Like, you cannot do that, especially with the fact that he hasn't secured a Divine Glaive just yet. I would have preferred a rush towards it before the Holy Crystal.
Agreed, agreed.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can see, in the early game, Keyboy had a massive, or it should have been massive, Raging Sandstorm towards 3, but the fact that, yes, no follow-up, and, you know, not much damage that ONIC can follow it up either.
Yeah, what were they banking on? Only Sans as well. I guess the Lapu Lapu can dish out that burst damage, no?
They're banking on just winning on the early game so hard and outclassing their opponents so that they can, so that they can purely go off momentum. Which is EVO's thing to do, by the way, usually. But now we're seeing it from ONIC, yeah. The Baksha is also technically a way to deal with the Harith, if you're thinking about it now, right? Because like we were talking about how, okay, we don't want Kimi on the other side just because, again, the Baksha is good against the Kimi. It's as good against the Harith. Harith, one Zaman Force, not enough to take him down to half HP after Twilight Armor. Even if he went Divine Glaive, Sheffin, he would have the penetration, but not the base damage. So it's a lose-lose for Harith, for Skylar here. They needed both, and they needed that snowball early for that.
But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Huh, unfortunate. I guess the snowball was expected as well because Hayabusa Kairi made Sky Piercer, right?
They expected to stomp through, and then the shutdown came in, boom. Half your stacks, or not half, but like, yeah, big chunk of your stacks gone, big chunk of the momentum gone, map control gone, and you need all that. Again, like, if you have losing lanes, you can't actually play in the side lanes. You saw Kairi play in the side lanes almost getting soloed
by Baksha.
He doesn't win those.
He should have.
Yeah.
Unfortunate chain of events for ONIC, but this is a step in the right direction for EVOS.
I think it's a step in the same direction because they were already on the right path. They don't need to change anything too drastic. It's just comfort picks here for Erlan instead of the Esmeralda, right? Little things here. Now the question is for EVOS, what if the CC gets banned again? Now you're going to be on red side. ONIC will definitely take the blue side away, seeing that, you know, blue side is so far the winning side. CC is going to be banned on the left with the Granger, with the Lunox. What other pick do you have? Is it just those three?
We'll see.
Here are the itemization and the timings as well. Does anything need to be highlighted here?
Not too
the
much.
Sky Piercer. Yeah, we touched on it, but yeah. Early Sky Piercer, second item. That's about it though, yeah. It's quite normal.
Maybe I guess the fact that Sans went for a complete Clock of Destiny. Usually when you're playing Jushin, you want to save the Elegant Gem until the end, and then you build the Clock of Destiny. So you see Sans wanted a bit more sustainability, knowing with the fact that they're down by that much. They want to play the kiting game, they want to play the safe game, but didn't work out in the end. And also the Blood Wings too. So both mid laners are playing kind of safe, knowing that the dive is coming from the Lapu Lapu, the Khalid, and also the Hayabusa, and that's why he built the Warrior Boots instead of like maybe Penetration, or maybe Demon's Shoes, or maybe like cooldown shoes. You want to have that sustain for you to not get bursted down by the physical damage.
Swalo straight into last item, Winter Crown too. Really good. Again, just like highlighting it a little bit here. It was going to be his 4th item, so he's had enough utility, has enough penetration as well, just wants to go for a bit more defensive, and yeah, other than that, it's really just everything is pretty standard.
All right. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bear that in mind as we head over to game number 3 very, very soon. Again, a lot of expectations from the talents, especially when we looked at the predictions earlier on. There were a lot of, 3-0s. But now, with this fight back from the White Tigers, and especially how close game number 1 was, this is getting really exciting. I thought this was going to be a snooze fest, a one-sided match.
Yeah, I expected that too, more so than match 1. But turns out match 1 was a snooze fest. Match 2 is the good one.
Snooze fest for you. I was having a good time.
I was too.
But
that was fun.
It was just stomps, and then like when BTR won, it was a stomp.
Fair.
It's like this one's like boom, bang, bam, bada bing, you know?
Well, I just like that you're miserable.
Me too.
Guys, your teams don't make it to playoffs, man. Like
that's why.
That's why we want you to be miserable as well.
Exactly.
The thing is, this happens every season, so it's like
miserable together.
Nothing is special anymore.
Wait, what? Every season?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
BTR.
Oh, I thought you mean PL because we won like 2 seasons.
This girl, though.
Privilege, man.
There.
Privilege. She's all of a sudden an alter ego fan now.
Privilege just realized bandwagoning on ONIC success.
Whoa, realize.
Hey, that's privilege.
You take that like a good boy.
Realize cannot be privilege.
They had to start things off. EVOS win early game. It's done.
his own entropy. Oh, great calculation there. Skylar is able to clear and get away. That's a 3v1 technically. Take a look at Keyboy though, engaging on 3 members. I don't think that's a right call. And that's gonna be first blood for Erlan. That's a little bit questionable coming from Keyboy.
Keyboy! Not one of the best series he has ever played so far in his career. That Khalid game previously kind of costed them the game too. Uh-oh. Erlan is gonna munch on this. Gold plate.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be so valuable of the Natan.
Very.
1 kill to his name too.
Very valuable, right? Now with no gold shield in the gold lane for ONIC, they have to be concerned. That's going to be the second neutral objective now. ONIC taking it. Wendy pops the flicker. Let's see, they want to contest Kyrie, Calm, or Retribution, but that's a big taunt. Alongside Lutpi in the front side, Erlan though is re-hitting. Now they want to jump, they want to fight. Keyboy somehow isolated, it's way low now. Will
Skylar
be the target by Skylar, but that's gonna be the Tsunami Slam. Not finding the follow-up. That's gonna be a 1-for-1, a roam for Sky. A worth the trade for EVOS.
Man, Skylar, he thought he had enough damage with the Blazing Duet to kill off Key. But then the BMI expires and Lutfi is under danger too.
Definitely, man. That's a penetration. Erlan takes the 200 gold freely again.
This is not looking good for ONIC. The Natan is supposed to be a late game hero, and then you give him 3 kills, you give him the gold plate, you give him everything. Setting Erlan up for success. Kyrie up top with Albert. Will we see a 1v1? I don't think so. Not quite wise to take that. Now ONIC, they have to farm quick because EVOS are just crawling on them, snowballing with all this lead. And how do they even farm quick? Because they have to distribute everything evenly. 3 core members that are very greedy and needs gold heavily. We'll have to share all the burden together. And Keyboy, quite a bit out of hand now. MPL IDX streamer. Aldi, Lutpi, and Jeffrey Nicole.
Hey! That's a celeb right there, Jeffrey Nicole.
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer. But welcome, welcome indeed.
Welcome.
1,500 gold lead. Definitely not ideal for ONIC.
I wish I looked like Jeffrey Nicole.
Come again?
I wish I looked like him.
You look like him.
I don't.
You do look like him, realize. No worries. Yeah, I was about to say healthy lead for EVOS, but I feel like ONIC still definitely has some counter plays here with the composition that they have, right? With Lunox, with Claude, so
yep.
EVOS, they gotta stay locked in here for that last neutral objective by Keyboy now. Providing, gathering information. Pops the bravest fighter early there for Lutpi. As EVOS, they will now take the turtle. Slowly.
Excuse me, the counterplay from ONIC is locking down Erlan. They have that avenue in the AOG. Plus the Blazing Duet. That's gonna be the big moment they're looking for. Randy.
Yeah, that's going to be Keyboy isolated, taken down surely with Revitalize popped. That's going to be another kill on the board for Erlan. That's big. 2,500 gold now for EVOS as Skylar is just desperately looking for farm.
A mega kill for the Natan on the 7th minute. It doesn't look good for ONIC. Again, Natan is the hero you want to bank on in the late game. It's going to need a few items before it can get online. But 4 kills feeding Erlan. And look at how easy he shreds the structures. Thankfully though for Skylar, he is keeping tabs and keeping score 10 levels above. Look at this, Keyboy.
AOG taunt as well, but Suelo has a Crimson Beacon. That will be the knockup from Suelo. That will be all.
ONIC are desperate to make a play again. That window is for the AOG to pop, and then the smoke can come in!
Tsunami Slam towards the back. That's going to be EVOS looking for the collapse! Oh my goodness, the damage will be enough to take Kyrie down! Now, with the Shadow Kill pop, Lutpi will not survive that one, as 3 members are off the board for ONIC and EVOS. They just got to trade for Key.
The Forgotten Tiger again shall be remembered. 5-0-2. Unstoppable on this Natan. And Goni, this is just a Natan. We haven't even talked about Albert.
Yeah.
As the Hayabusa. It feels like he's 1v5ing everything. But again, EVOS are doing good work to try and peel away the Natan. with the glue, with the Kalea. The threat is always there. Randy can always just mount up the members of ONIC and stand there for days as the barricade, as to not let ONIC access the backline, because Erlan will be the cornerstone for EVOS. Again, still looking for that moment.
Yeah.
That fight. Raven's Fighter popped.
Yeah, they want to fight this one. That's going to be Tsunami Slam committed. He will be the first one to fall as Randy is looking to tank it all. Taking it back. That's going to be Shadow Kill by Albert. Huge stun. Stop the momentum going. Finally, a winnable trade there for ONIC. But keep in mind, Erlan has the Holy Crystal. That's bad news for ONIC.
It is winnable, but can they celebrate it? Because the kill is only going towards Key. Erlan stays untouched as ONIC again and again desperate to make a play. And this Lord take for EVOS, mind you, is very good because they have the Natan. It's gonna shred to pieces quickly. As for ONIC, all they have to do is just wait and hope that Kyrie can land the Retribution. But as of now, a 2-level deficit for Kyrie. Up against Albert. It's all crumbling down for ONIC. 4.9k gold lead, mounting up to 5. Malefic Roar for Albert, extra damage. ONIC, man, what do they do here? It seems like it's gonna be so hard. But we have seen them turn things around. The Lord for EVOS.
Albert collects the Lord. That's a stun. That's going to be Erlan here. E-Boy misses the AOJ. Ludpi brings it down. That's going to be Erlan almost taken down, but Kai will be the one to fall. That's going to be Albert here, stuck, isolated. Still has the shadow. And good night, ONIC. As EVOS, they claimed the triple and they got the Lord.
The White Tigers unleashed from peasants to predators. They look to end the Sky Kings in game number 3, possibly going for match point, but it is still far from over. The Lord will march in from the bottom side of the lane. But if you take a look at ONIC now, they are the ones trembling in fear. Their godly abode under siege as EVOS with Erlan behind their backs. It's going to be hard to stop. This Lord will come down bottom. That top side still slow pushing. Taking down the structure. They're going to focus on that bottom side turret too. Pop the Holy Shield and maybe look for an angle.
Let's see. Holy Shield popped. Base turret still alive for now. That's going to be the Tsunami Slam on towards Keyboy. AOG defensively. Oh my goodness, Sans almost melted down there. Now they're sieging the mid lane. Seems like they will still be able to defend this one as the top. They should hold it off, but in 20 seconds, the Holy Shield will be over. They want the bottom side. That's Albert finding a kill again. EVOS now with the 5v4. Will they be able to push and apply more pressure as Albert finds the shadow and will back away for now. They want the mid lane though.
This is so uncharacteristic of the Sky Kings. What has happened to them? EVOS were just running around rings. And now, ONIC. Their defense also not really the best, right? And we talked about that moment that they were looking for. That single team fight, that single initiation. Coming in with Skylar with the Blazing Duet, but then you have Key as the Kalea to peel away. That insta-lock CC with the Tsunami Slam will either force the Purify or make ONIC back away. And they were also good with the targeting. They took down Keyboy to make sure that they have access to the backline easily. The AOG no longer off an offensive tool. Now though, ONIC will have to be ready for round number 3 to defend their base. They will have to clear it quickly. They don't have the best wave clear.
They don't. They're holding on though so far. 20 seconds here with a 9,000 gold lead for EVOS. I don't think ONIC can collapse, can look for a contest. The damage profile, I don't think is there right now.
They're gonna concede this, Goni. They're gonna concede this. They're gonna let this go unless there is a heroic play to be made. But the Diamond's Heroes needs to be the leader like Keyboy.
Yeah, Keyboy here looking for the Hail Mary play, will not find anything. What a reaction from EVOS. That will signal them to, yeah, this is a free Lord. Funnily enough, Keyboy popped the Revitalize knowing in that position that he would not survive. But hey, this Lord might take EVOS to match point.
It might. And Kyrie scraping to the remains of what could be salvaged. Up top, he was able to push down the wave and get that structure. Skylar has the winner crown. He's gonna bank on possibly a blazing duet and then pop the winner crown so that he can be untargetable. But still, EVOS, they have an insta-kill button with Natan. This Natan is just too insane. 6-0-4. It feels like ONIC are finally challenged, are finally tested. Can they hold on? Can they clear this?
Yeah, that's gonna be an entropy popped early.
What?
Wow, Lutpi. Now you see him, now you don't. Now it's a 5v4. The base turret will fall with the Lord still up. It's a 6v4. Finally, they take care of it. Now Skylar with the blazing duet looks for an angle. That's a big two-man knock up and down goes Keyboy. Take a look at the base. The mid waves are crashing as EVOS. They will lock it down. And they will have the final say in game 3. The White Tigers are at match point.
The White Tigers are ungodly in the arena. And now ONIC, the Sky Kings, backs against the wall. One game away from confirming that upper bracket final to book a match against Alter Ego. ONIC, we have been talking about them like gods, like kings. It feels like they are mortals after all. Totally outclassed by EVOS in that game, a one-sided game. That Natan was just unstoppable. And that was still without Albert. Albert was just waiting in the wings. He's gonna let Edlan do the dirty work. And then he comes in out of nowhere to clean up EVOS. And you saw that, Goni. Lutpi was just gone.
Yeah.
He evaporated. Wow. I am out of words. EVOS are on the brink of knocking down ONIC to the lower brackets.
Will they ban the Granger again this time round, knowing Erlan still has a Natan up his sleeve? With that performance,
man,
you gotta respect it.
That Natan was just so out of nowhere. He's just gone. Deleted. And man, EVOS, is this where they flip the script? Is this where they rewrite history? ONIC are far from elimination, but EVOS are taking it step by step. Wow, what a game from EVOS. And ONIC, that 3-core draft. Very greedy from them. But let's see. Panelists, are the Sky Kings allowed to be greedy?
Nice pick 2 erupts with roars as EVOS are able to claim the next game in this best of 5 series against all odds. What a display of performance, of drafts, of execution by the White Tigers. This is match point. We're at match point for EVOS.
And for the second time today, the favorites are down 2-1. It's, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a possible ONIC BTR lower bracket final.
Dang.
Not lower bracket final, lower bracket
match.
This is insane. As said it multiple times in the regular season, ONIC and BTR are the clear S-tier teams. Yeah. And they're here in the position. What the heck?
It's so weird. It's so weird that both of our upper bracket teams seem to be really shaky. For BTR, it seems like it's been a pattern. I'm sorry to say, but it has been a pattern for BTR in the playoffs. But for ONIC to perform like this, with the drafts as well, what is this, overconfidence? What's going on with ONIC?
I think for the BTR case, it's just, it looks like they're comfortable in the meta. It looks like everything is, perfect for them. It's just, they're joking. For ONIC, the meta, number one, it doesn't suit them, right? This is something that we already brought up. The meta is very forced for them. The way that they're playing, the way that they're drafting is purely for comfort. And yes, comfort can go a long way. But once you're up against elite teams, and honestly, I didn't expect EVOS to be categorized as an elite team, but they are showing every step of the way against Daewoo yesterday and against ONIC especially today that they are an elite team. They know how to punish, they know how to move forward, and if they get on their comfort picks, they know how to flicker forward, make those plays, the proactive ones, even against ONIC. Yep. It looks like, if I cover the names now, let's play the cover the names game, you'd think EVOS or ONIC.
Yeah, the hesitation that we saw from game number 1 has definitely dissipated, and we gotta give props over to Albert once again, a player of the game for this match, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. I don't know what Albert said to the rest of the team
after game 1,
but something switched in EVOS.
It got a spark fire, man. The way Albert is playing, I'm sorry to say this for all of you Kyrie Glazers out there, Albert is clearly the better player in the series.
Oh yeah, I think
it's not close.
Yeah, it's not even like, I don't even think it's a hot take or any of the maybe some of the Kyrie Glazers will still get mad there because, you know, supremacy. But yeah, there's no doubt that Albert has been outclassing him. Even in game number 1 when ONIC won, it was still Albert with a 3-level lead. It was Albert building on those leads and popping off. And I gotta say, my boy Erlan couldn't be more proud, man, as a guy who's been playing this guy from like SPS Season 3, which was like 2 years ago. Finally, EVOS! This is what you had! You had a diamond, and you just never decided to let him play his comfort or let him play, give him time. Thank goodness they did, and thank goodness now they studied game 1. They're like, okay, we gave Esmeralda over to Erlan. That's not a comfort pick. Let's start playing for his comfort. Gave him the CC, gave him, what was it? Natan. Oh yeah, Natan here. And you're seeing how the team clicks. It's so beautiful, everything. And it starts with the draft. The draft, we called it in the drafts. After it was done, this is a heavy EVO-sided draft. It was, ONIC's draft is a type of greed you would read in the Bible, bro. Like, this is the type of greed you're told not to do, not to be going for.
Oh man, shout out to EVOS, man. The second phase, I think ONIC completely got gapped.
Oh yeah.
Randy and also Natan, Erlan, to be specific, was manhandling the opposing laner.
The Claude pickup was
not close.
The Claude pickup was, I don't like it.
I guess.
Yeah. Like, I think earlier during the draft, Sheffield mentioned, right, like, oh, there's going to be so many targets, but it's not going to confuse EVOS, because the way we would put it in a metaphor would be, for EVOS, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Who do you want? You pick. Anyone they go for, it's almost guaranteed insta-kill. Everyone's so squishy. So there's not even a reason for them to go for a Beatrix, carry, an insta-kill button. Anything you have here is an insta-kill. Boom, pick, Natan goes. Boom, pick, even the Juice in.
Yeah.
Right? It's a Lunox, it's a Claude, it's a Yi Sun-shin, and in the late game, even Lutfi. Lutfi was a choice of dessert for EVOS.
And that's why it really facilitated Erlan to come online on a hero that we don't really see too often. Natan usually requires a little bit more time to get rolling, and meta where early game is so important, sometimes the Natan doesn't work. But in this particular case, the way that they were able to facilitate the kills over to Erlan, especially that early...
yeah, it's a very hard lane for the 1-1 to deal with. So, yeah, it is going to be given up by Erlan. Now it's just going to be a my god, Ludpi.
Around. Oh, tectonic charge on towards the back. Erlan here, receiving it. Sans spots a real world revelation. That's Randy finding 3. Kyrie picks up the turtle, but Randy now. Oh, crossbow tank in the back. Looking for the damage. Randy will fall. Skyler is free hitting on towards Kiva. Take a look at the front. Ludfi finds their lawn and finds way low in the process. That's 4 members of the collapse, and it's a wipeout for ONIC.
Instantly smiting down the White Tigers up from above. Lutfi. Balls of steel to go into the backline, diving in. And that is why he is on the Lapu, locking down Suelo. And Albert gets taken down to ONIC. Finally, looking like their old selves. Because today in the series, it doesn't feel like it's ONIC. Divine Glaive for Sans, extra damage again, Magic Pen, in-game equipment by Dunia Games. So far, it's all in the same route. But now Kyrie opts in for the War Axe into, or rather Hunter Strike into the War Axe as well. So I'm gonna go for the Sky Piercer. Because again, he is indeed having a hard time. Blade armor completed for Keyboy. Lest there be an Arleth Engager, even the 1-1. Not given time and space to free hit. Skylar will also munch down on the bottom side structure there. The turret will be taken down. ONIC, they have tempo, they have control now. Switching sides, they're gonna go control but down bottom. Meanwhile, ONIC, or rather EVOS, will get a cross-map trade up top towards the structure.
Yeah, I think now I understand, right? The Revitalize, its purpose is just to buy time for that crossbow with Tang. So if Keyboy receives a crossbow with Tang, perhaps that Revitalize might buy time, right? Especially in the early mid-game where 1-1 has not collected his items just yet.
Yep.
So let's see though, right? It's a healthy lead, 9 minutes in, 5,000 gold lead. But then again, it's not, the job is not done yet here for ONIC. And this is why the Lord is so crucial. Alan has the Husk Claws now. So definitely still the main man to target from ONIC.
Game-changing Lord here. And if ONIC is able to eat the damage, the initial engage coming in from EVOS, crossbow of Tang, and all other damage skills coming from EVOS, I think ONIC can also just turn around. They have the RWM, they have the bravest fighter in the hands of Lippy, and even EVOS are not going to contest it. It's all given freely for Kyrie and ONIC. And now they know they have to defend because they are on the back foot. It seems like EVOS, if they want to go in, it has to be a commitment, right? Because Albert will obviously just expose himself to the ultimate from the Guinevere. And then you have Erlan, who needs to find the weakness points into the crossbow of Tang. Because that is where EVOS might just turn things around. But then you see Keyboy, like you said, with the Revitalize, it just buys time, enough at least. You know, you would expect Swaylo could just go back on the Crimson Beacon, but that was an option.